So guys, I'm just doing some jelly roll strips to make the next jelly roll rug, which is the same as this one. Oh, hello to the 4 people watching. It went from none to 4 straight away. So I'm Cathy, as part of the Pastel Needle. I'm making one of these, which is a jelly roll rug out of this. I've actually been on under the live on an alternative social media, and I've got my YouTube channel. That's where I put all my videos. Why am I not doing it on there? So yeah, just sewing all these strips. I'll show you quickly actually. These are all the strips I've got through so far. Someone asked on the other channel, is it piping? I was like, no. Similar, but no, we had a conversation about it, so that was quite cool. So, any questions? Hello, hello, good morning. It's 8 o'clock, 8 AM I think now. Yeah, almost 8 o'clock in the UK. And I'm working on a Sunday, woo! I actually like working at the weekend. It's nice and quiet because I work full time during the week. And this is my studio space. So I come here to relax and work, even though I do get stressed. I get stressed when I can't get these to always work out. So have you got any questions for me? Let me know. Once again, I'm Cathy. I do embroidery and sewing. I actually am doing a sewing apprenticeship at the moment in furniture, and I have my little studio in Accrington. I hope that's not too loud for you guys. Oh wow, why has it jumped up to 23 people? Have you all just woke up? Oh no, it's gone down to 7. Okay, fair enough. This is my first YouTube live, can you tell? So I'm currently making strips for making one of these rugs. And it's going to be like a sunblast orange. This orange is going to be in the centre. And I'll be using my Malco embroidery machine, which is behind you guys, to do some embroidery. Like a bit like this one, but you'll be able to read it better. It will say welcome. And then I've got this like temple fabric, which I think will look really cool on the outside. If you are from the UK, it's a fabric shop from Emmanuel's in Burnley. Yeah, any questions, let me know. Otherwise it's like talking to myself, which I do anyway, I guess. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday morning. If you are in the UK, that is. Oh, Seattle. Oh, well, I hope you have a good sleep. I won't. I'll probably send you to sleep. I won't send you to sleep because this machine isn't exactly not loud. Unless you like the sound of sewing machines going to sleep. It wouldn't do well with me. But that's cool. If you can draw something, I'll get whole family. Draw something? I can't draw for toffee. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a drawer. I've tried. I have got Procreate on an iPad. I have tried to draw. I'm not the best, so not gonna happen. Yeah. Have a nice sleep. What's your name? Jar Brownie One. Cool. That's made my day. Seeing someone across the pond. It's midnight. Oh, you better get to bed then. Are you ahead of? I think you'll be ahead of us. So you're going to be like, are you Monday? I don't know. I don't know my time zones. I can barely say GMT time for the UK. So not really one for that. Behind it's Sunday morning. Oh, okay. I never know. I never know stuff like that. I was thinking it's all the way around. So yeah, behind. Fair enough. I've just got to get. Ooh, just gonna have enough, I think, to actually finish this. Sorry, I'm just in terms of my wadding. I'm gonna have to get some more. It's another thing about these jelly roll rugs. They just absolutely eat fabric and wadding. I mean, you can buy them like pre-cut on Amazon. That one's a pre-cut jelly roll rug from Amazon. It's I think the fabric was only like 12 quid, really cheap. So, are you interested in jelly roll rugs, or are you just chilling because you should be asleep? I can't stay till midnight now. I'm past those days. To be fair, even when I was younger, I couldn't sleep. I could sleep. 12 o'clock, I'd be zonked out. Especially now, I go to bed at 9:30 because I have to get up at 6 every day. I'm working. Oh, right. I finished the little tails, but sewing machine's too loud to keep sewing. Oh, yeah. That's why I have a studio. And yeah, it's the beginning bit of the rugs are quite tricky. I've done it quite a few times. I'll go and get my little starter ones. I'll show you. Give me a second. So these are like my stuff. Yeah, so these are like the starter rugs. This is how you start them off. That's like so these are like mini coasters. These are all like draft work though, so none of these are for sale. But like you get bold shapes if you're not careful. What is the business called? The Pastel Needle. That's my little business. But yeah, they are. I like I say, I've made quite a lot, but I quite like this one. I had some Easter fabric a while ago. It's got little bunnies on it. But my favourite one is actually like a bigger version, which is this one. That's my favourite. I really like the stripes, but it's this centre bit that's tricky. This centre bit can be what starts it off. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong from there to start with. And you've got to get them as flat as you can, because otherwise, like I say, I actually used one of them. This is my very first one I did, and it's a bowl. It's a little bowl. I use it to put my bits on, like my seam ripper and all that jazz. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, so these are the 3 big ones that I actually are happy with, and like I say, I've got those small ones. But yeah, all I can say is practice makes perfect with these jelly roll rugs. So there's quite a few people who do really good guides. So have a look on YouTube. Like I say, there's plenty of people out there doing this. But as with any craft, it gets better as you do more. So this is all this is my second big rug. Actually, no, porcupine, 30 rug. My third big rug. I did an Easter one a while ago. So, but yeah, it is fun, but you do need time. And like you say, if you're in an apartment, it's really tricky to get sewing work done. I was thinking about moving back home and going in the loft at mine, just because of costs. But I do like my studio, so I don't know. It's one of them. I don't want to wake all my neighbours up. And that's another thing, isn't it, really, when you want to do these things, but they either take time or they're loud or they take a lot of money. As does everything. I've got something called an AccuQuilt machine, which you might know if you're doing a bit of quilting. And it uses dies to cut strips, which I've used for all of this. And that machine alone is like £1,000 now. So American money, what, $1,500? It's like a lot of money. Because you can cut them yourself. Oh yeah, I do. I love I love making these, and I love making the rug when it's done. When you get parts of the rug where it comes away, it gets a bit frustrating, but making jelly roll rugs is fun, and I do really enjoy it. But I also do embroidery, and same with machines behind you. Got a Melco XTS and a brother VR. So my passion started with embroidery, and it's kind of come to include sewing. So I'm hoping in the long run I can do things, like a lot of makeup bags and all that stuff that people do. So I can have a nice range, because I like you can probably tell, like quite the cute kawaii styles. And like the East Asian stuff, because these are like East Asian temples. So yeah, that's what I like. So, but yeah, jelly roll rugs are fun. The coasters, I'd say stick with it. It gets a bit frustrating to start with when you can't quite get them flat. And another problem that you can get, which I've not faced so far, is when they get big. Like you can get some. So this rug will be. So this is 36 strips at 40 inches by 2.5 inches. There's some people that have done like 110 strip rugs, so massive ones. And you got to be careful it doesn't go wavy as you go. So there's a lot of things that can go wrong, but it's the same with any craft, like your quilting. You can end up making mistakes on that and having to go all the way back on it. But I do feel for you for the noise that every machine makes. Yeah, yeah. Mateo, I think her surname is. Yeah. Or yeah. That to be fair, she was one of the reasons I actually saw it on my feed, and I thought, oh, I could do that. I could do that, and I do it. But yeah, she, like I say, she's the one who does the, yeah. She does the one with hundreds of strips, and I don't know where she finds the time, if I'm honest, because they take. I mean, she did a breakdown, I think, and I can't remember how many strips it was, but I think it was probably one slightly bigger than this, and it took her about 8 hours. So yeah, very time consuming, but it is fun. It is when you see what you make at the end. As long as you've got the time, you can invest the cost you can invest, and patience. The patience you can you'll do it. But once again, I think if you're in an apartment, it's when do you get a chance to do it, really. But yeah, there's Heather Sews as well. I think she's up your end. She does a lot. She has a more of a domestic style machine, a bit like this. But she does really good. She's done a book as well about it all. That's another problem, isn't it? You start off with all good intentions, and then you end up going, "There's this to do instead." Oh, I do it all the time. It's really bad. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing a live. I was like, oh, go on, I'll try my. I think this is my third YouTube live. I've done some in the past about workwear and stuff like that, which I don't really do anymore. But yeah, a bit distracted. But it's nice to actually chat to people, because even though I'm doing like a sewing apprenticeship, which I don't know if I mentioned that, in furniture, it's you don't really talk that much to people. You can do, but you concentrate on your work. Whereas this is just nice, relaxing, casual, enjoy making the strips, and then I'll make the rug. Don't know when though. Sewing, knitting. This is. I've not done this. This is sewing, but I can't knit. I can honest. My mum can. My mum can make like nice cardigans and stuff, but no. I can embroider. That's what I can do. I can embroider. Not hand embroidery, machine. Everything's machines with me. So machine embroidery and machine sewing and computers. I also have. I do a bit of digitizing as well. But I'm not gonna lie, I got bored of workwear, so there's only so many. I mean, I don't mind doing a bit of small business. I do custom. I don't mind doing a bit of small business workwear, because that's nice little businesses. But I've had like big businesses approach me for like 1,000 polos and 1,000 jumpers, and I'm like, I just don't want to do it. There's only so many times you want to hoop a logo. I find sewing and then embroidering a lot more rewarding. Is that bad? You mean the machines? That's a lot. Sorry, I think there's a lag in between me talking and between the stuff that's coming up. So then I forget what we're talking. I then forget what that's related to. I'm sorry. And I talk quite fast as well, so do apologise about that. The big companies. I know. It was a one-off, to be fair, that one. But they wanted it in a certain time, and I couldn't do it anyway. So I was like, I'm not going to say I can do it and then work, like not sleep to get it done. That's not what my company's about. It's about relaxed things to do. But like I say, I do get some small businesses asking for work. And I don't mind doing the odd few here and there, but I'm not as price competitive in my embroidery as some others, because they will outsource digitizing, and I can outsource. I do outsource some complicated work, but I can do some, and it's because if you get given a logo for embroidery, you can't just turn it into stitches. I think that's what a lot of people don't realise. You've got to literally manually, if you want it good, turn it stitch by stitch into what you want it to be. So it's a whole industry in itself. whether AI eventually would take it over. One of the big players is called Wilcom, and they refuse out blank to really use AI because it could take over the industry, if I'm honest. But it's a whole, say, industry in itself. Add a QA sticker. What you having for dinner? I tell you, this is my I think my third live, but I just kind of talk and have a nice time. So when I get these little pop-ups, I come up, I'm like, ooh. But yeah, no, it's like I say, my machines are. I don't know if I can I spin my camera around? Let me have a quick look. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. That way. That's the one. Yeah, that's what you have to do with logo. So that's my Malco that I have there, and then that's my VR that I've got there. I'll just spin it back round again. Oop. Oop, spun. Oh, I've just pressed it again. Sorry. Yeah, a lot of people don't regarding digitising. That's why people think, oh, it's only embroidery. Oh, thank you. I think it's only embroidery. You know, it's like people are willing to pay a bit more for embroidery than printed items, but they don't realise actually the amount of work that more goes into it, if that makes sense. Because I used to have a DTG printer. Oh, that was pain. Because even with printing, you've got to deal with ink blots and, you know, how it rests, how it pre-treats t-shirts, and yeah, I got my Melco instead of that machine. So is there anything else, bar like doing your quilt stuff, is there anything else that you enjoy doing on your sewing machine? Yes, I do have. It's the same. It's the Pastel Needle. You should be able to find it on my Insta. I need to be better with my socials, if I'm honest. I think on my Instagram, actually, I shouldn't say that on YouTube, should I? On the TK one, on the, or TT, on the other social, I've not deleted anything on there or archived anything, so that will have all the stuff previously that I've done if you wanted to have a look. But yeah, is there anything else that you like to do on your sewing machine? And what sewing machine do you have, just out of interest? I want to be nosy now. You know what? I think I'm going to just run out of into wadding for this rug. Oh no! I mean, I can make it slightly smaller. I mean, this is all I've got left to turn into strips, so I might just make it slightly smaller because I've literally it's taken up all my wadding. I actually thought I had plenty. Obviously not. Oh, I've had 5 likes on my video. Oh, that's nice. Hello. Stuffed gooses. Oh, that's cute. See, I've not done. I don't make clothes. There was my apprenticeship with the furniture. My tutor came from the garment industry, so she knew a lot about clothes. And there was something that I thought, oh, maybe I could do that. Oh, but nah, there's elements I probably could do, you know, like you say, in terms of making things a bit smaller or expanding things. But there's a reason why industries use like make clothes in production, because there's a lot of elements that need to be put on, and it's quite time consuming. Then again, this is time consuming, so sometimes I wonder what I go on about sometimes. I enjoy making rugs, so, and I enjoy embroidering them. I also do with the embroidery, I do custom work, not just business wear. I made some sweet. Came out. Ooh, what's a Holland pouch? Yeah, cross stitch is quite popular, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen people who sell little kits for cross stitching. Technically, just saying, my embroidery machine can do cross stitch work. Both of them can. I've never actually done it because I don't know why. You can turn like a photo into a cross stitch picture. It's quite cool. What machine do you have? If you don't mind me asking. I feel like I'm asking too many questions. That's the name of the button. Oh, a rectangle with a diamond zipper. Oh, okay, cool. It fits an iPad. Yeah, I've seen the little iPad, like sleeves. I've seen those. I wouldn't mind doing them as well. Yeah, no, I had a brother MD24 ED or 25. And it was a little Mickey Mouse one. I've still got it at home, and it's just an embroidery machine. It's not a sewing machine. I am actually going to be doing a guide about embroidery. I did like a PDF. I was actually up last night doing that. I really enjoy what I've learned over the last so many years. Put it all together. Good. Good. It's nice to have someone to chat to. Like, I've done lives before, and people just like, I think I've only done 3, but they're just, can I join? Or whatever, and you're just like, well, that's not really. I like to have a bit of a conversation if I can. But yeah, it's a nice little brother machine. So I assume, is that that's just a sewing machine, that one? An SQ? I'm not quite sure. You should be going to bed, really. Oh, yeah, you should be asleep, actually, shouldn't you? Oh, every time we're getting on for you, you won't have any sleep. Unless you're a night owl. I'm not. I'm a morning. I like to go to bed early and get up in the morning. You can get the combis. I've contemplated selling my embroidery machine and getting a combi sewing and embroidery machine. But like you, I do struggle with worrying about noise and disturbances. Because if they made like a silent sewing and embroidery machine, fantastic. Yeah, the Janome one's cool. I've got this thing go on because it was a couple of £100 versus I could easily spend more money. Like my aqua quilt was, for my making the strips, was bad enough. Yeah, imagine if they did. Oh my god. I would buy that. I would buy that. I would definitely sell this and buy a silent machine and make it, because I could do more at home. That's the thing. I come here because I've got a young son. Like, it's a bit double-edged sword, really. Like, I like coming here because it's my chill time. But then if I did it at home, you know, just I could make more. Oh, it's been a really nice conversation with you. I don't actually know what your actual name is. I'm just Jaja. Jaja Brownie. Brownie? Yeah. I'm Cathy, by the way. So, Cathy from the Pastel Needle in the UK. And I work in my apprenticeship from Monday to Friday, Monday to Thursday, 7 till 4. And I do 7 till 1:15 on a Friday. So I normally do a lot of filming on a Friday. Expo in February. The fancy machines. Illumia, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, bar this sewing machine, all my rests have been second hand. Even the AccuQuilt that cuts second hand. I'm not paying £1,000 for something that can cut strips. Oh, that's cute. Ah, that's sweet. See, my little boy, I know, random off topic, but my little boy couldn't say raspberries, so he went raspberry. It just reminded me of that, how little children can't pronounce things. Oh, it's cute. See, I've never been a night owl. Even back when I was younger, going out on a night out, I'd be home for like 1. I like my sleep too much. I'd love to be one of these people who only need like 4 hours sleep. I would absolutely love to just need 4 hours sleep. But I got up early yesterday, and I actually had like a 2-hour afternoon nap. They're called nanny naps over here. Because I was just knackered. I was like, I felt fantastic and stayed up till midnight because I had that little gap of recovery time, which I don't get during the week. I'm just going to lose this much thread off this. Oh my gosh. Fabric. Because I think I've used every single piece of my wadding to hand. I do have some others, but it's too thick. That's going to look odd. So yeah, I'll trim it off. And then we'll have all the strips. I will use that for starting off. So almost there, finishing these strips off. So these strips took me, so I did all the cutting yesterday. So there will be a YouTube video with this all in. So I need to edit it all, but I've done a video with all the AccuQuilt and cutting. And then I've almost finished these off. So I'll then start doing the rug. I have got a DJI Osmo at the side. I'm not actually filming me on this live. I'll end up using all my SD card. So I just thought I'd be doing a video, and hopefully we'll have the end result on next Sunday at 8 PM. That's when I normally put my YouTube videos out. So feel free to like my channel and subscribe to it. Little in post there. Oh, thank you for staying on. Oh. You ever thought about doing something like this with your projects and stuff, like YouTubey stuff? If you do it, I don't actually know if you do it. I wouldn't know. I'm just coming to the end. I'll just fold this over. Have I done the strips? Oh, you could, no, you can. You can try your best. I use DaVinci Resolve. That's a free editing software. Yeah, it's nice to meet you too. Next Sunday. I could do next Sunday at the same time. I think. I don't think I've got anything on. What I'll do, I'll put a post on my YouTube channel if I'm going to go live again. I started the TikTok live earlier. I actually got here for about 6:45 a.m. So I started this at 8 o'clock. So it'll be slightly earlier for you guys. But yeah, it was lovely. And hopefully I might carry on. Like, these are all the strips. Let me show you. There should be 30, about 40 inches. Yeah, because this creates a 28 by 28 inch rug. So this will be just slightly smaller than that. So, wish me luck. So yeah, might have it done then, might not. I'll have to see. Just fitting it in when I get the times. But yeah, thank you, Jaja, for joining me. And thank you to everyone else. I'm going to say goodbye now for this live. And then, yeah, hopefully I'll see you next weekend. But like I say, I'll put a post on probably Friday to say if I'll be live or not. I probably should try and do. I do want to do more lives. It's just, I guess it's a bit of a confidence thing. Okay. See you later, everyone. Hopefully see you next weekend. Bye. I don't actually know how to turn this off. Let's have a look.